don't understand why we leave. My white dude out, bro. He got hurt. I wonder why the fuck we losing. My white boy got hurt the last game.
The Thunder.
Giannis doing the fuck he want to do down there, man.
Everyone here on 2K Sports. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it
Yes.
the schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Boss. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Johnson inside. He's covered by Boss. Shoots from the baseline. The shot by Johnson, no good. Dort passes to Boss. That one goes. Count it.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now here's Jackson. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Morris with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Boss gets the bucket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Here's Giannis. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Takes it inside.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Pass to Johnson. Capella with it. Lock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Johnson can't get it to go. Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Johnson, a wide open look, and the Bucks miss again. On offense, here are the Thunder. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly failing.
And we've got a
timeout
called
by
by
my white boy come back in.
He's going to have a discussion here on the
But
sideline.
man, now he in.
And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Look at Oklahoma City. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Giannis. Morris outside. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Giannis outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Capella, the pass to Morris. Capella with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Johnson, no good.
putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only
Come on, man, 2K. Come on, man.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Antetokounmpo. Morris passes to Antetokounmpo. Capella with
He
a
dribbled too much, man.
And again, the Bucks miss. The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Williams. The Thunder with another miss. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Boss, in that last matchup against the Wizards, put on a show. He finished with 49 points, and as we've come to expect, controlled the glass all game. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Substitution on the court.
Beverly against Caruso. Holmgren with the steal. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Holmgren, Alex Caruso out there with Boss. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Furphy in at the 4 spot. Bucks trail by 19. For 3, Portis. Good on the triple. Portis has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Bucks.
Does not shoot many from out there, but Portis makes them at a decent clip.
Boss gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball, but I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
And good that time. Boss has got 12. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And not only that, their elite conditioning.
Oh, my God. I don't know what's wrong with 2K, bro.
Boy, they are getting out and running.
He just doing that. I don't get it, bro.
He had 24 points. Johnson finds Portis. Shot clock at 6. Shot from free throw range, and that one's good. Beverly's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, that's a sight for sore eyes, seeing Beverly drain the mid-range J, showing how deadly a shooter he can be.
Here's Boss. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Come on, man. That's some bullshit.
They were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
3
It's not easy to
seconds.
do, much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Jalen Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Connaughton to the right side. Williams against Portis. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Thunder have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the Bucks making a change here. Beauchamp's checked in, and he's good on the second. Bucks trail by 16. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bangs home the trifecta. Beauchamp's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Looney after the made shot from Boss. Beverly with a screen on Caruso. It's Beverly on the wing. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
To the middle. Here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
The Thunder leading by 17. Pass to Boss. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Boss has got 16 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Beverly, guarded by Boss. Out left to the wing. Holmgren comes with the double team. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Here's Boss, defended by Beverly. Grant kicks to Caruso. Williams has a screen for Caruso. Drills the three-pointer. Caruso's got his second bucket.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Milwaukee with a whole new lineup now. The Thunder also changing it up. Spencer's checked in, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Now here's Johnson, still without a basket. Williams looking over the floor. Boss gets the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against New Orleans. And the wide open shot from Morris. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Oklahoma City now. Big run right now going for him, 11-2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, he's got to play without fouling.
The Thunder have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Boss, no good.
I don't get no foul, man.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it the most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute. You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Here's Giannis. And the layup falls.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Johnson. 1:22 left now here in the second. Outside Jackson. The three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 16. Boss gets the bucket. Boss has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. And Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points in the game. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Boss lays it up off the glass.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Bucks trail by 17. Pass to Johnson. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Need more than that foul.
67% from the line, going 6 of 9. And that one falls for Williams. And the Thunder making a switch here. And Williams drops them both. And so it's Milwaukee now. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Vintage teamwork out there tonight. Everyone is looking to do the setup job.
Yeah, when anyone can do the ready to score, the defense can't tell us coming. The ball is certainly finding the open man.
And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year's All-Star race.
Man, we've talked about it so much.
And that'll do it for halftime.
When I looked at it, I was disappointed in the first last game. I'm like, how the fuck they caught up?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Boss has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Jackson. Then it's Morris. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question,
my
a
white boy
crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Young getting all them round rebounds.
Antetokounmpo kicks it out to Johnson.
Good damn. She goes.
Second chance effort. And Giannis will lay it in. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
Giannis just doesn't stop working. Plays with great energy at both ends. Excellent work on the boards there.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Kicks it out to Johnson. 5 on the clock. The 3. And Clint Capella is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Capella over there playing some gangster shit.
The Thunder leading by 21. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint.
I'm gonna whoop y'all motherfucking ass how y'all beat my ass last game.
In the middle.
Here's Morris after the made shot from Boss. Johnson, the pass to Jackson. Off target with his three. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Boss gets the bucket.
Taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the board.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Capella sets a screen for Giannis. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021.
That was his bitch ass good.
And you know, Kevin,
on the game, y'all.
When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Boss. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Now, here is Morris. 6 points for him. Inside. Here's Johnson. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Here's Boss, covered by Johnson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he uses the glass on the lane.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Morris. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Boss. Second shot opportunity. Milwaukee with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's out of bounds.
Got bitch ass, boy.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Morris. Six to shoot. Pass to Portis. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Been fantastic at playing within himself on defense. Gilgeous-Alexander using his length well there to contest without fouling. And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Out to Morris. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Morris has got 9.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Boss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
He hits the second from the line. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And it's in there. Boss has got 38 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Portis. Over Williams. Portis can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 17-7 run. Boss, no good. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here's Looney. Here's Prosper. Good on the three-point shot. Prosper's got his first 3 points of the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Boss. Pass to Beverly. 1:44 left in the third quarter of the game. Looney kicks to Portis. Back to Looney. The Bucks working the ball around. Prosper misses.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Boss gets the bucket.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
The Bucks shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Beverly up top, defended by Boss. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Beverly following the score by Oklahoma City. 40 seconds left in the third. That shot is off. Some solid defense there from Boss. Swiped away. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren.
One thing about Beverly, he's not just nasty on defense. He's great at getting the defense to rough him up on the other end, too.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And the Bucks making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And so here is Oklahoma City. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Bucks shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Back to Beverly. This one for three. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Good, and Grant gets the assist. 46 points for Boss.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much again, it's been a one-sided affair. It's the Thunder.
Y'all can't fuck with me, boy.
And
Fuck
we're
you
coming
mean?
back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when
It
we
was smart.
return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Jokic, Alex Caruso out there with Jeremy Grant.
Hey, Giannis ain't out there now, bitch.
And it's Furphy in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Bucks with possession here, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Prosper. Pass to Beverly from outside the arc. Caruso grabs the miss.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Here's Prosper. Down low. Beverly with the ball. He's guarded by Boss. And it's Beverly missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pass to Boss. Good, he hits again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Portis sets the pick for Beverly. Two free throws.
Still following that bitch ass nigga, man.
Jeremy Grant.
Damn.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
And the Thunder making a change here. Spencer's checked in. Both free throws good from Beverly. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Here's Boss. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Wing. Beverly for three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to rein it in down the stretch here.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Here's Looney after the made shot from Boss. Fades away. The shot by Looney, no good. Here's Boss, defended by Beverly. Oklahoma City moving it around. Again, what an avalanche!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Portis. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
You're not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Topic. And he's good on the three ball.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Beverly. To end the drought. And Spencer pulls it down.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Boss passes to Spencer. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Beverly. And he converts the layup.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly there.
Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Boss, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Morris with the bucket.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacked.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's got 60 again. I've never seen scoring like this. He's now tied the mark for most 60-point games in a year.
You know, to tie that mark, that's something I didn't expect to see in this lifetime. What a season he's having. And Giannis gets it to go.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, continues to flesh out his jumper over time. I mean, You have to at least try to get a hand in his face when he's rising up from there, but that's much easier said than done.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Morris, no good. Oklahoma City shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Ross, no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Bucks. On the wing, Giannis. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And Oklahoma City making a change.
Bigfoot ass always be out.
Number 45, Arthur Spencer.
Oklahoma City dictating the flow. Pass to Caruso. Here's Grant. Caruso looking for an opening. Now here's Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Topic. Wide open shot is on the money. Topic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
You can see the evolution
Time you off guard. Shit.
as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
And 2 free throws coming up.
Got your little foul, too, before you leave.
Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s, maybe a little beyond that.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Morris. No good with the triple.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Thunder.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in the 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Boss.
Boy, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
A shot by Johnson, no good. Here's Boss, covered by Johnson. Misses from close range.
I found you, but you can't. You found me, Rod. I found you now. Crazy shit.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder. Number 23.
And the Bucks with possession here.
Oh, fuck, I don't get a foul on him. I foul him, he get a foul.
Giannis outside.
Crazy shit.
Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Boss, covered by Morris. Good work there as it goes.
I'm gonna got me a 70 piece.
Kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
So I was gonna come back and beat y'all ass.
I tell you something, I mean,
Y'all ain't supposed to beat me the first game.
That's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter
That was
what.
the fucked up part about it. I don't know all that hype that 2K gave y'all, boy.
This one was over well before the final buzzer.
Yeah, whoa. I changed my Free throw.
They really thought they had a chance.
Let's see. Keep going. Damn it, Dad.
Visit the website and cross down as long as everybody. My name is Big and Secret. Every season, every time. Brought to you by Louisiana Highway Safety Commission. Study for yesterday. This is 121 degrees.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Las Vegas. Davis is out there with Troy Brown. And it's Anthony. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard position. And for New Orleans, they've got Zion Williamson. All out there with Roy. That's Hill. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low. Now here's Anthony. Davis looking for an opening. Fires the 3. Anthony's shot is off.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen. Oh, that's not fair. Adebayo using his athleticism to give this crowd something to remember.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Under the basket by Las Vegas.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here's Anthony. Outside, Davis. Pocket 6. Launches it from deep. Ball with the rebound. Hill with it. Picked up by Davis. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now here's Anthony. Outside, Davis. Roy with the rebound. New Orleans has come out of the gates quickly. 4-point game. Ball with the bucket.
And what focus through the finish there. Ball may be young, but nothing seems to rattle him.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Las Vegas. Pass to Davis. It's stolen by Hill. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Anthony and Paul with the block. And he gets it back. Brown against Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Davis for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Roy goes in. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And first time out of the game called for Las Vegas. Some changes for New Orleans. Ewing's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Ginobili comes in for Grant Hill. And it's Mitchell in for Ball. Now here's Anthony. And Ewing sends it back. Mitchell with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Ginobili. Here's Williamson. A fresh 14 for New Orleans. For 3, Roy. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Las Vegas trails by 10. Anthony, the pass to Brown. 52 seconds left in the first. Collins, a screen on Ginobili. Pass to Collins. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's what Las Vegas has got going right now. Robinson's checked in for Collins. Hanks comes in for Brown. And it's Watson in for Anthony.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Robinson, a screen on Ginobili. Pass to Robinson. Here's Strother. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Ewing. To the inside. Picked away. Here's Strother. Watson for three. Traps in the tray. And here's Roy. He gets it up. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again.
Footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving.
One right there, my ball, ain't that?
After the review, well, they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks.
And that does it for the first quarter. New Orleans on top. They lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of the break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
They've got Jaylen Brown. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Williams. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ewing in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And it's Mitchell missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Garrity. Back to Watson. Here's Davis. And the basket is good.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
New Orleans leading by 9. Williams kicks to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Some changes for New Orleans. Mobley, he's checked in for Ewing. Roy comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Williams. And then for Las Vegas, Zach Collins comes in for Robinson. And Anthony subbed in for Banks. Pass to Garrity. Some nice passing by Las Vegas here. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Anthony's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Ball with the bucket.
Zero hesitation at the arc. Ball truly believes in his ability to shoot the three.
Anthony against Roy. Left side, Davis. From the stripe. And finished off by Collins.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And the quickness of Adebayo is evident, especially when he's using it there on the drive.
Davis setting the pick for Anthony. And he makes good on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Adebayo. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
And taken away by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Oh!
Goodness. We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Here's Garrity. Still scoreless. And here's Anthony from the arc. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And great ball handling and control on the move. A
couple things that elevate Adebayo as a big man.
Anthony, the pass to Davis. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. New Orleans leading by 16. Brown dishes to Mobley. And it's ball in the corner. There's the three. Collins grabs the miss. And it's Watson with the ball for Las Vegas. Here's Davis. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Over in the corner, Brown takes a three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Brown's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's New Orleans taking a 19-point lead into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they are taking their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
On the court right now for Las Vegas. Collins is out there with Brown. And there's Davis. Then it's Anthony. And it's Strawther in a 2-guard.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
They set the pick. And that foul is called on Grant Hill. That's his first foul. Here's Strawther. Outside Anthony. Outside Davis. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Roy with the jam.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through it.
Las Vegas calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Anthony finds Collins. No good on the 3. New Orleans leading by 23. And Adebayo throws it down.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Outside, Davis. Back to Anthony. Kicks it out to Collins. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's New Orleans with it. They lead by the big. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Back to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Boy, it doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw, no good.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Strother. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Garrity. Williamson with the block.
Erased by Zion. He went for it with a lot of enthusiasm.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. 1:22 left to play in the third. Anthony's shot is off. And it's Mitchell with the ball for New Orleans. Ginobili the pass to Ewing. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. That 3 off the mark. New Orleans with the ball. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Wasted no time on that one. Mitchell's got 5 now.
You love how confident Donovan Mitchell is. On the catch and shoot opportunities, there's no hesitation.
Pass to Collins. Some nice passing by Las Vegas here. Here's Strother. 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Las Vegas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. Brown is checked in for New Orleans. And he makes both free throws. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Watson kicks to Banks. Pass to Strother. Las Vegas again missing. Brown outside. Here's Ewing. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's New Orleans ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Mitchell is out there with Ginobili. Then it's Ewing. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Walton in at the 4. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
No, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Garrity. It's rebounded by Ewing. Ewing's got his 6th rebound on the night, and Walton throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to Davis. The tray. Buries it from 3-point range.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Walton. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Garrity. Plays it up and banks it in.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Williams. Pass to Mitchell. puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Davis with it. Here's Watson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It would take extraordinary discipline from a defensive player not to foul Lou Williams. That's how good this guy is.
New Orleans making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Anthony against Williams. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Davis. Here's Strother. A three. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Anthony against Williams. Anthony dishes to Collins. And Davis now top of the key. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Ewing can't get it to go, and Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for Las Vegas. Anthony in the corner. No good from outside.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Brown with the bucket.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Anthony against Williams. Pass to Strother. Davis with it. Las Vegas needs to get off a shot. From outside, off the mark. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second team foul.
He's off on the first.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second free throw. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And that one drops for him.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Anthony up on top. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Bam Adebayo.
I let her slide. Coming, I come to get mine. Hop out on the beat like surprise. One-on-one pull up with 10s. One-on-one never again. Don't get the kick in the butter. I count it like hustle the money all in. I'm in a town in the drop top. Keeping up more than the trunk you can hear. Ain't all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W. Do for a win.